Hello again. For Halloween, I wanted to do a short little video to highlight a truth that we always seem to forget. I am often asked what I think of ghosts and spirits. And while I don't want to go into a lot of detail about that right now, I do want to use this opportunity to remind you that you are a spirit. You are. So, hello Casper, hello Slimer, lady in the library. You are a spirit. And the biggest difference between you and what one might consider to be a traditional ghost or spirit is that your primary conscious focus is vested in this storyboard, in this reality, and theirs is not. Theirs is somewhat like a forgotten dream for them, just an unresolved fragment of their awareness that is still playing on this frequency, for lack of a better word. The majority of what is considered to be them has moved into a new frequency or a new storyboard, but kind of like a static charge, we can leave what seems to be like bits of ourselves behind. Charges that may be picked up and read by certain receptive people or at certain relevant or receptive times. Now this is going to really shock you, but in fact, you yourself probably have left bits of these static charges behind on other frequencies, pieces of you that you're still working on and that are still unresolved. How about that? Oh yes, you may have. You may be haunting other places, usually quite unaware. And you don't miss these pieces that you've left playing on, because they're fragments, lessons actually, that you will resolve, but for now they play on. A bit of crackling, static frequency that is still you, but you from what you might view as a different life experience. And you will eventually resolve this emotionally charged fragment that you left playing on. You will. But this is why ghosts often seem to be trying to resolve something, or go someplace, or do something, because they are. So, not only are you a spirit right here and now, listening to my video, dressed in the flesh of this dimension, not only is that true, but also it is not only possible but likely that sometime during your journey you have left pieces of you, charged events for you, playing as ghosts in the view of the other residents of that dimension. You're spirit, and you may very well be ghost somewhere else too. And it's only odd to think of this when we fall into the belief that we are flesh and bone and that there is only one material world and perhaps one spiritual world. Because that's how we tend to think about things, don't we? We think we have one life, one body of flesh, and there is but one world and perhaps a heaven and hell someplace. But when we begin to see the true limitless nature of existence, then all this isn't so odd at all. And the walls and ceilings that limited your view of the world blow right off, and you will begin to see the limitless nature of your being. So my Halloween message to you, my loves, is that you are spirit right now, dressed as whoever you are. You are an eternal spirit dressed in the flesh of this dimension. And these things we call ghosts, for lack of a better descriptive, are emotionally charged, unresolved facets from another show that someone was once on. Maybe you. And when we view existence in the antiquated but widely accepted terms, ghosts are all very mysterious and scary, aren't they? But when you see them for what they are, it isn't so bizarre. Not at all. For we are already spirits. And you may have indeed left behind a spark of a fragment of you somewhere that's acting as a ghost until it's been resolved. You could have. Now, I know this is a new way for most of you to look at the world of spirits and ghosts, but try it on. Walk around in it. See if it doesn't fit. See if it doesn't feel right. Because you are spirit. Most of you already readily acknowledge that. And in the same way, you may also be ghost too, somewhere. And it's really no more odd than the thought of being spirit in the first place, is it? And you are spirit. So, happy Halloween to all my lovely spirit friends. I offer you these thoughts for your consideration.